Hey friends, welcome back to Go Read Books. My name is Ken Dunn. I am your host, and I'm excited today because I've got a mission. My mission is to continue to bring you amazing books, and I have never failed you, and I know I'm not going to fail you now. But in this episode, I may end up being more excited than you because you know me. We've done so many of these shows together, and you're part of the thousands of people that are now into Go Read Books and check out these TV shows with me all the time. So you know my reading preferences. 60 to 70% of the books that I read are nonfiction. I love leadership. I love business. I love sales and prospecting. I eat books to learn. But there's an evil side to me. I used to be a cop, and I'm addicted to police fiction, to crime thriller fiction. And one of my favorite authors in the world, Patricia Cornwell, I've consumed every book she's ever written. But today on the show, I've got a new favorite. His name is A.J. Smeltzer, and he is the author of a newly released book called The Specter is Born, and it's a cop thriller. Hey, A.J., how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for writing this book, first of all. I am loving it. It's incredible to see these two characters that are partnered up. Like there's a lot of this going on between them, but I'm really sure they're going to figure out this crime. But I have a feeling there's more to the story than meets the eye.
There is.
Hey, let's start at the beginning. Tell our viewers, what's the book about?
It's about a serial killer who has a vendetta against the lead homicide detective in Denver.
Okay, and the lead homicide detective, from what I know so far, is the antagonist, the protagonist, the lead character in the story. But you've actually got two lead characters in this story. Let's talk about them.
I do. The other lead character is a psychiatrist who is freshly out of internship and got brought into the case by the prosecuting attorney. And she was brought in to basically interview one of the suspects, and her views didn't match the evidence. So her and the lead detective butted heads, and now they're both working to try to solve the crime, except neither of them can agree on basically which way to go.
Yeah, they hate each other.
He hates her, definitely.
Well, look, AJ, whenever I get a chance to talk to an author of your caliber, I always want to talk a little bit about your reading habits, because you cannot write the quality of fiction that you've done unless you yourself are a fiction reader. Who's your favorite author?
Stephen King is probably my favorite. I read Cussler and Ludlum too.
Okay, so Cussler and Stephen King. That tells me that there is going to be a weird twist in this book.
2 or 3 of them. Yes.
And I know you're not going to be willing to tell me because I'm reading it right now, but what somebody who picks up The Specter is Born, what can you promise them if they decide to read it?
I can promise that they will be very entertained, that it will leave an emotional response with them, because the few people who have already read this have gotten back with me and let me know that there was an emotional response. I don't want to go further than that until somebody's read it.
Right.
And that it is a mystery. I left it as a murder mystery, so nobody knows who the actual killer is while there's several suspects.
AJ, I know just to make sure everybody understands, at the time we're recording this interview, the book has not been released yet. It's just coming to market now, and that's why, my friends, when you heard AJ just say that a couple of people have read it, he wasn't indicating that it's not selling well. The book we're in pre-release still right now, so when you see this, though, it's going to be at the launch day, because I grabbed them even before the launch, so the links will be above the video. Gosh, there's so much that I want to ask you, but you're not going to tell me the answers to these things. So, listen. First of all, it's a well written book. I can tell that you had editors involved in this, and you decided not to do it yourself. Is this the only book, or is this a series? Are there other books coming?
This is the first in what's expected to be a 3-book series. I'm hoping to do it in 3 books. I'm already well into writing the second book, and I've already got the concept laid out for the 3rd and final book.
Excellent. Well, listen, friends, if you're like me and you love crime thrillers and you love cops and you love all that stuff that Cussler and Cornwell and those authors do for us, then put AJ Smeltzer on your list, make him a new author, and pick up your copy of The Specter is Born. It's above the video. That's the link up there, or it's below. It depends on where you're watching this video right now. But it's an amazing book. Get your copy of it today. Thanks for being on the show, AJ.
Thank you.